The ADAP program is a phased, every 3 months it changes phase. Phase 1 actually begins when the loved one is in treatment. And how that begins is the respective treatment center tells us that they have a client that would like to enroll in the monitoring program. It's a 12-month long program. Starts out very intensely. When I say intensely, in the beginning, we're communicating with their counselor, and then we're communicating with the client, and we're finding out some demographic information. What is their drug of no choice is what we call it. How many times have they been to treatment? What struggles do they have in treatment? What areas do they excel in? What are situational things that go on in their life that they think leads them to relapse? What kind of medications are they on as far as sleep, or maybe some of them get to take medicine to better enhance their life because they may have some chemical imbalance, which is actually a gift, you know. And then we identify who's going to be involved in the recovery. And then we're always looking to invite more people involved. Then they get out, and we discuss what is the first 7 days going to look like, holding them accountable to following through with what they say they're going to do. So many of us addicts and alcoholics, when we get out, we're really good at telling you we're going to do this, but then we have no follow through. And we have found that when we continue to bring what they have suggested they're going to do to the forefront for them, they're more inclined to doing it. And when they start doing it and they start realizing that recovery is pretty fun, it's not pretty fun, it's real fun, it's a great way of life, then they start fostering it more and more of this. And then of course, the biggest piece is finding out demographic information from the family, you know, and sharing our own personal experience. Like I said earlier, the biggest way for us is to relate to them. And we must share ourselves with the client and their family to start building this trust. And once that trust starts building, then first 3 months is phase 2. It starts out, you know, we're talking to the client at least a couple times a week. That's a bare minimum. And the family at least twice a week, and they're being UA'd at least once a week. The way that we structure the UAs, if they're in one of the addiction direction sober homes in the Austin area, male or female, the urine analysis tests are included in the house tuition. Once they move on, it's another form of accountability, so then you're holding addiction directions accountable. We'll have a lab set up, and what you do, we'll have the client, that'd be an added cost to the family, and that lab will have a credit card on file from the family. Then when they get their monthly report, they'll see that a UA was done on 4/5/2011, and then it shows up on the report, and they also get a bill on their credit card that there was a test done on 4/5/11. So it's another form of accountability to hold us accountable. It's another form of verification that what we say we're doing, we're actually doing. And then anytime that there's a life change after phase 2, most all the clients end up going to sober living for a minimum of 90 days. So after phase 2, then the contact frequency is evaluated, and then we increase the contact frequency to reflect a life change because we want to communicate more. We want to go over their continuing care plan with the client. What are they doing? What are they not doing? What areas do we want to start working on? What areas like financial? Some of them start in the amends process. Where are they at in the amends process? So we evaluate what's going on after phase 2. Phase 3 is what I like to call growth, where we continue to bring new areas of recovery to the forefront for the client and the family, and better develop new ways to deal with life situations. And then we move into phase 4, which is the final 3 months. It becomes, towards the end, if the client is doing Well, the contact frequency drops off. If we sense danger or something, we of course increase the contact frequency. The UAs usually drop down to 1 a month after in the last phase, the last 3 months, and then in that last 3 months, several of the families, they say, hey, we know this is coming to an end. We'd like this to continue. So it's and it's all about building self-esteem for the client, you know, and showing them the successes.